Have you ever asked yourself what life would really look like if you had to live alone after 80? Not just for a few days, but day after day, year after year. Many people fear this stage of life means surrendering independence, depending on others for every small task, and slowly watching dignity slip away. The thought alone can feel overwhelming. But here is the truth. Living alone after 80 does not have to be a story of decline. With the right preparation, it can become a season of strength, safety, and even joy. Imagine walking through your home without fear of falling, preparing simple meals that keep you strong, staying connected to people who brighten your days, and waking each morning with a sense of purpose. These are not luxuries, they are essentials that protect your health and allow freedom to remain yours. In this video, we are going to uncover 7 must-have essentials for living well alone after 80. Each one is practical, powerful, and deeply tied to the real challenges seniors face. And I invite you to stay until the very end, because the 7th essential is the one most people overlook. Yet it may be the very thing that transforms your independence and keeps your spirit alive. If you want to face your later years with confidence instead of fear, subscribe now and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every message, and your words may help another person who needs encouragement today. Number 1. A sense of purpose and meaning. Have you ever woken up in the morning and wondered, why am I getting out of bed today? For many seniors over 80 who live alone, this question becomes more real than ever. Safety, health, and nutrition matter. But without a reason to rise each day, independence begins to lose its meaning. A strong sense of purpose is the first essential because it fuels every other part of life. George, a retired carpenter, knew this feeling all too well. For decades, his workshop was full of sawdust, laughter, and the satisfaction of building something with his hands. But after his wife passed away and his tools gathered dust, his days became empty. He ate simple meals in silence, spent hours in front of the television, and told himself he was simply resting. Yet each day he felt weaker, lonelier, and older. His spark was fading. Everything changed when a neighbor invited him to teach a beginner's woodworking class at the local community center. At first, George resisted, convinced he had nothing left to offer. But once he saw the eager faces of younger people learning from him, something reignited inside. His hands remembered their strength, his voice carried pride again, and his days regained meaning. Science confirms what George experienced. Researchers have found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose not only live longer, but also recover faster from illness, have sharper minds, and enjoy better emotional health. Purpose lowers stress, boosts the immune system, and gives the brain something to focus on beyond aches and worries. It is as powerful for well-being as any pill in a medicine cabinet. So how can you find or rediscover purpose after 80? It does not have to be grand. Some find it through volunteering at a library, reading to children, or helping neighbors. Others rediscover old hobbies, gardening, painting, or music that once gave joy. Even small rituals, like caring for a plant, walking a dog, or calling a friend, remind you that your presence still matters. Purpose is not about filling every hour. It is about having at least one reason each day that brings meaning. Living alone after 80 does not mean living without value. With purpose, each day becomes more than survival. It becomes an opportunity to give, to create, and to connect. Purpose is invisible medicine, one no doctor can prescribe, but every heart can claim. If this resonates with you, type number 2 in the comments to let me know you are still here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, join our community so you don't miss the lessons ahead. Now that we've talked about the strength of spirit, let's turn to something equally important, the very walls and floors around you, because purpose may fuel your heart, but safety in your home protects your independence. Number 2, a safe and accessible home. The home is where we find comfort, memories, and familiarity. But after 80, what once felt safe can slowly turn into a place of hidden danger. A beloved rug becomes a tripping hazard, a staircase turns into a mountain, and a dim hallway becomes an unseen trap. Independence is not only about willpower, it is about creating an environment that supports your body, not one that works against it. Helen, at 82, loved her old home. Every corner held memories of raising her children and sharing life with her husband. She thought she knew every step and every doorway by heart. But one evening, while climbing the stairs to her bedroom, her foot slipped on the worn carpet. She caught herself in time, but the fear stayed with her. That night, she realized her house had become a silent threat. The next day, Helen made changes. She moved her bedroom downstairs, installed grab bars in the bathroom, added brighter lights in the hallways, and removed every loose rug. Instead of feeling trapped by her house, she felt safe again. Her home became a partner in her independence, not an enemy waiting to betray her. Falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization for seniors. A single slip in the bathroom or tumble in the kitchen can lead to broken bones, surgery, and months of recovery. More importantly, a fall can rob someone of confidence, making them afraid to move freely in their own space. Doctors remind us that most falls are preventable with simple adjustments. Practical steps include installing non-slip mats in the bathroom, adding railings to both sides of staircases, and arranging furniture to create clear walking paths. Everyday items should be kept within easy reach to avoid risky stretching or climbing. Even small details like placing a phone within reach in every room add layers of safety. Some resist these changes, believing they are signs of weakness. But the truth is the opposite. A safe home is not a concession to age, it is a sign of wisdom. By adapting your environment, you protect your freedom, you make it possible to live alone with less fear and with more confidence in every step you take. Imagine walking through your home without worry, knowing that each room is designed to support you. That peace of mind allows you to focus on what truly matters, enjoying your days. Welcoming visitors and living without hesitation. If home safety feels important to you, type number 3 in the comments so I know you are here. And once your home is safe, the next step is making sure your body is strong enough to enjoy it. That brings us to the next essential, keeping your physical strength alive through daily movement. Number 3, physical strength and daily movement. Strength after 80 is not about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It is about having the ability to rise from a chair without struggle, to carry a bag of groceries without fear of falling, and to walk across a room with confidence. Independence depends on physical strength more than most people realize. Yet many seniors assume slowing down is simply part of getting older. The truth is that much of what we call aging is really the result of muscles not being used. John, at 81, discovered this when his once active lifestyle faded. A passionate gardener, he slowly replaced outdoor hours with afternoons in front of the television. Over time, his legs weakened, his balance faltered, and he found himself gripping furniture just to stay steady. One afternoon, he stumbled in the kitchen, barely catching himself. That moment shook him deeply, determined to change. John began small. Each morning, he stretched gently for 10 minutes. He walked around the block once a day, then twice. Later, he added light weights using soup cans, lifting them while sitting in a chair. Within a few months, his strength improved, his balance steadied, and, most importantly, his confidence returned. Doctors explain this clearly: when muscles are not used, they shrink, bones lose density, joints stiffen, and the body reacts more slowly to sudden movement. These changes create the perfect storm for falls, which remain the leading cause of hospitalization for seniors. The encouraging news is that the body responds at any age. Even at 90, consistent movement can rebuild strength and restore independence. What kind of movement is best? It does not need to be intense. Simple chair exercises, daily walks, gentle yoga, and Tai Chi are excellent options. Practicing balance by standing on one leg for a few seconds each day helps prevent falls. Joining group exercise classes not only builds strength, but also provides social connection. Multiplying the benefits. The goal is not athletic performance, it is the preservation of freedom in everyday tasks. Every step you take is an investment in your independence. Each stretch, each walk, Each repetition strengthens not only your body, but also your confidence to keep living life on your own terms. Movement is medicine, freely available, waiting only for your commitment if you agree that movement is vital. Type number 5 in the comments so I know you are still with me. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss the lessons ahead. Of course, exercise alone is not enough. The fuel you put into your body each day determines whether your muscles stay strong or fade away. That brings us to the next essential: nutrition and meal planning. Number 4, reliable nutrition and meal planning. Food is more than something that fills the stomach. After 80, food becomes a powerful form of medicine. The right meals provide energy, preserve muscle, strengthen immunity, and support recovery from illness. Yet for many seniors living alone, meals turn into a burden. Some skip them altogether, others rely on processed or frozen foods. Thinking convenience is enough. Slowly, these habits drain the body of strength and erode independence. Edward, at 79, fell into this trap after losing his wife. Cooking for one felt pointless, so he settled for canned soups, frozen dinners, or simply skipped meals. At first, he brushed it off, but soon his energy faded, his weight dropped, and his doctor warned him about muscle loss. That was his wake-up call. Edward began setting aside Sunday afternoons to prepare simple meals for the week: roasted vegetables, baked fish, hearty soups, and salads. By the middle of the week, he no longer faced the question of what to eat. It was already ready, waiting in his fridge. Within months, his energy returned, his strength improved, and he took pride again in caring for himself. Poor eating is not just a matter of taste or appetite. Malnutrition is one of the most common threats to seniors living alone. Without enough protein, muscles shrink faster. Without fresh fruits and vegetables, immunity weakens. And without regular meals, blood sugar and energy swing dangerously. Doctors emphasize that consistent, balanced eating can add years' quality of life. The solution does not have to be complicated. Stock your kitchen with simple, nourishing staples: oatmeal, eggs, fresh fruits, leafy greens, beans, and lean proteins. Smaller, more frequent meals are often easier than large plates. Planning ahead by preparing meals in batches makes healthy eating effortless. For those with limited mobility, grocery delivery services and meal delivery programs can ensure a steady supply of nutritious options. Food is daily self-care. Every bite says, "I am worth the effort." Choosing healthy, simple meals protects your body, sharpens your mind, and supports your independence. If you believe good nutrition is vital for independence, type number 6 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, join us so you don't miss the remaining essentials that can change your later years. Good food fuels your strength, but strength also needs protection. That's why the next essential is about something critical: managing your health and medical needs wisely, so small problems never grow into big ones. Number 5, strong medical and health management. Independence after 80 is fragile without one thing: a strong system for managing your health. When you live alone, even small medical issues can grow quietly into emergencies. A skipped pill, a delayed checkup, or a fainting spell might sound minor, but at this stage of life, these details can decide whether you remain independent or not. Margaret, an 84-year-old widow, thought she had her health under control. She often skipped her blood pressure medication, convincing herself she felt fine. Doctors' visits became rare because arranging transportation felt inconvenient. Then one morning, she fainted in her kitchen and spent hours on the floor before a neighbor discovered her. That frightening experience changed her outlook. She began using a pill organizer, setting alarms on her phone to remind her of dosages, and wearing a lightweight medical alert bracelet. She scheduled her doctor visits months in advance and treated them as non-negotiable appointments. These steps gave her something she had been missing: peace of mind. Doctors frequently warn that mismanaged medication is one of the most common reasons seniors are hospitalized. Taking too much, too little, or forgetting altogether can lead to heart problems, dizziness, or dangerous complications. The good news is that organizing medicine does not require complicated technology. A pill box, a chart on the refrigerator, or a reminder app on your phone can prevent mistakes and keep you safe. Emergency readiness is just as vital. Keeping a phone nearby in every room, posting emergency contacts in plain view, and knowing which hospital is closest can mean the difference between recovery and tragedy. Medical alert systems are often underestimated, but they provide quick access to help when you need it most. Independence is not about pretending you do not need safeguards. It is about setting them in place so you can live freely without constant fear. Think of health management as the safety net beneath your freedom. When your medications are organized, your checkups are consistent, and your emergency plan is ready. You are not only protecting your body, you are preserving your independence. You gain the confidence to focus on joys like reading, gardening, or calling family, instead of worrying about what might go wrong. If you agree that health planning is essential, type number 1 in the comments so I know you are still with me, and subscribe if you have not yet. There are still 2 more essentials that can transform the way you live alone after 80. Because while medicine protects your body, your heart and soul also need protection. That brings us to the next essential: the connections that keep loneliness away and bring meaning back into your days. Number 6, emotional and social connections. Silence can be peaceful, but too much of it turns heavy. For many seniors living alone after 80, the hardest struggle is not the physical body, but the quiet emptiness of loneliness. Emotional isolation does not just affect your spirit, it weakens your immune system, increases the risk of depression, and even speeds up memory decline. William, at 81, felt this deeply after his wife passed away. At first, he told himself he was fine, filling his days with television and crossword puzzles. Meals were eaten in silence. Weeks passed without a single meaningful conversation, and gradually, he began to feel invisible. His daughter encouraged him to join a local book club, but he resisted, convinced he had nothing left to say. Finally, he agreed to attend once. That single meeting changed everything. He laughed with others, shared stories, and soon found himself having coffee with a neighbor twice a week. His energy lifted, his mood brightened, and even his doctor noticed improvements in his health. What medicine could not do, connection restored. Science shows that people with strong social ties live longer, healthier lives. Interaction stimulates the brain, reduces stress hormones, and gives a sense of belonging. Social connection does not require crowds or constant activity. What matters is consistent contact with people who care. Practical steps can be simple: a weekly call with family, a walk with a neighbor, or joining a community group. Technology can also be a lifeline. Video calls, online classes, and virtual clubs allow you to connect even if leaving home is difficult. For those willing to try, these tools open doors to new friendships and support. Some may feel embarrassed about reaching out, fearing they will be a burden. But connection is not a luxury, it is essential to well-being. Every laugh shared, every story told, every moment of companionship pushes back against the weight of loneliness. Relationships are anchors. They hold you steady when life feels uncertain. They remind you that your voice still matters and that you are not invisible. Even if you live alone, you do not have to live lonely. If you believe connection is vital, type number 4 in the comments. Your words might inspire someone else watching this video to take their first step toward reconnecting. Emotional bonds feed the heart, but the foundation beneath it all, food, medicine, safety, and relationships, needs one final element to hold together: financial stability and practical support systems. That is our 7th and last essential. Number 7, financial stability and daily support systems. Money may not buy happiness, but after 80, financial stability quietly buys peace of mind. It provides security, reduces anxiety, and ensures that independence is not lost because of bills or unmet needs. Without financial order, even simple tasks like buying food, paying utilities, or scheduling medical visits can feel overwhelming. Independence fades not only because of physical weakness, but also because of financial stress. Linda, at 83, discovered this truth after her husband passed away. Suddenly, she was left to manage bills, groceries, and household upkeep alone. At first, she ignored the pile of statements on her desk, telling herself she would get to them later. She skipped meals when she felt too tired to cook and avoided doctor's appointments because arranging transportation was too complicated. Over time, her confidence slipped, and her health followed, eventually with her daughter's help. Linda made changes. Automatic bill payments were set up. Weekly grocery delivery kept her fridge full, and she hired occasional help for cleaning. These small adjustments transformed her life. She no longer worried about overdue notices or an empty cupboard. Instead, she spent her afternoons gardening and chatting with her grandchildren. Her independence, once fragile, felt secure again. Financial stability begins with clarity. Take time to understand your income, expenses, and savings. A simple budget focused on essentials like food, medicine, utilities, and home safety removes uncertainty. This is not about wealth or luxury. It is about knowing that you can meet your needs without fear of running short. Support systems extend this stability into daily life. They are not always family members. Often they are services, tools, and arrangements that lighten the burden. Reliable transportation ensures you can reach the doctor or the store. Meal delivery services keep nutrition steady. Automated bill payments prevent late fees. Devices like emergency response pendants create a safety net without requiring constant worry. Each layer of support protects your freedom. Some seniors resist using these resources. Fearing it means giving up independence. The truth is the opposite. Independence does not mean doing everything alone. It means using what is available so your energy can go toward what you enjoy: friendships, hobbies, and meaningful activities. A well-planned financial and support system is like a strong foundation. It allows every other essential: nutrition, healthcare, emotional connection, purpose to remain steady. Without it, even the strongest willpower crumbles under stress. If you believe financial security is key to freedom, type number 7 in the comments. And remember, your feedback helps us continue making content that matters to you. With finances steady and support systems in place, we complete the 7 essentials. But before we close, let's reflect on all of them together and think about how you can start applying them today. Final thoughts. As we close, take a moment to reflect on the 7 essentials we have explored. Living alone after 80 may sound daunting, but with preparation and wisdom, it can also be deeply rewarding. A sense of purpose gives meaning to your days. A safe home protects you from hidden dangers. Daily movement keeps your body strong, while good nutrition fuels your strength. Careful medical management safeguards your health, and emotional connections shield your heart from loneliness. Finally, financial stability and reliable support systems form the foundation that allows everything else to stand firm. Each essential is more than just advice. They are building blocks for dignity, confidence, and joy. You do not need to do everything at once. Start small. Add a grab bar in your bathroom. Prepare healthy meals for the week, or call a friend you have not spoken to in a while. Each small step is an investment in your independence. Living alone after 80 does not mean living without hope. It means you still have the power to shape your days with intention, to protect your freedom with preparation, and to live each moment with dignity and strength. Now, I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, please type number 11 in the comments. If you did not, type number 10 or share your honest thoughts. Your feedback helps us adjust and improve our content to serve you better. And as always, if you found this message helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for spending this time with me today. May your days ahead be safe, meaningful, and full of quiet confidence.